When a woman desires you, she rarely says it outright. She doesn't need to. Her energy speaks louder than her words ever could. She expresses it through softness, in her tone, her body language, her presence. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's quiet, but it's powerful. Her feminine energy starts to respond to your masculine energy without her even realizing it. That's how women show desire, through subtle expressions that come straight from the heart. You'll see it in the way she looks at you. Her gaze lingers just a little longer. She might not hold your eyes for long, but that fleeting moment carries an entire story. Her pupils dilate, her eyes soften, her whole face relaxes. It's not just attraction, it's connection. Her eyes will often say what her lips won't. When she looks at you with that calm yet curious expression, she's letting you know she's open. That's her energy quietly whispering, "I see you, and I feel something." Her body will also tell you what her words hide. She'll lean in slightly when you speak, her shoulders turning toward you without her thinking about it. She'll find small ways to close the distance, maybe brushing your arm, maybe standing closer than before. These are the moments that most men overlook, but they carry meaning. It's her silent way of saying, "I feel comfortable in your space." That comfort, paired with a hint of nervous excitement, is how her desire surfaces. When a woman is drawn to you, her energy softens. Around others, she might be confident, loud, and assertive. But with you, her tone becomes gentle, her laughter lighter, her movements slower. That shift in energy is one of the most honest signals of attraction. She's not trying to prove anything, she's allowing her feminine essence to flow. That softness isn't weakness, it's intimacy. It's her way of saying, "I trust your energy enough to relax mine." She may start mirroring you too. The way you speak, your gestures, even the rhythm of your breathing. It's not a conscious act. It's her body sensing with yours. That's what happens when a woman feels aligned with your energy. Her actions start to harmonize with yours naturally. She wants to be close to your vibration because it makes her feel balanced and emotionally connected. Desire for a woman is not about chasing or declaring. It's about responding. When she feels seen, understood, and respected, her energy responds to that. You won't hear her say, "I want you," but you'll feel it in how she makes space for you in her world. Maybe she remembers the small things you say. Maybe she finds reasons to stay in touch, to ask for your opinion, to keep the connection alive. Her desire flows through intention, not confession. And here's the beauty of it: when you meet her energy with calm confidence, without rushing or forcing, it deepens the connection. She feels safe enough to express even more. But if you pressure her, if you demand clarity too soon, that energy retreats. Because for her, desire must feel natural, not transactional. It's an emotional rhythm, not a checklist. So pay attention not to her words, but to her warmth. Notice how her energy changes in your presence. Does she seem more grounded? Does her voice soften when she speaks to you? Does she unconsciously move closer? Those are the signs of unspoken desire, subtle, sincere, and deeply feminine. A woman's attraction isn't always visible to the untrained eye, but once you learn to read her energy, you'll realize she's communicating with you all the time, in silence, through presence, through softness. That's how women show desire, not by speaking it, but by being it. When a woman starts to open up emotionally, she's not just sharing words, she's showing trust. And that trust is one of the purest signs of desire. Because for a woman, vulnerability isn't given easily. It's something she only offers when she feels emotionally safe, when she senses that your energy can hold hers without judgment or rejection. So when she starts to share her feelings, her fears, or the small details of her life that most people never hear, it's not just conversation, it's connection. You see, a woman's vulnerability is sacred. It's her heart stepping out from behind the walls she's built. Most women walk through the world guarded. Not because they want to be, but because they've had to be. They've learned that not everyone can handle their softness. So when she begins to let you see her raw emotions, it means you've earned a level of access few ever get. She's letting you see her without the mask. That's her energy, saying, "I trust you to see me as I am." You might notice that she starts to tell you about the things that make her anxious, the dreams she's afraid to chase, or even the mistakes she's made in the past. That's not oversharing. That's emotional intimacy. It's her way of testing whether you can meet her heart with empathy. How you respond in those moments matters more than anything you could ever say to impress her. If you listen, if you hold her words with care, if you show understanding instead of judgment, that's when she feels a deeper pull toward you. Desire for a woman is not always about passion. Sometimes It's about peace. She wants to know she can be fully herself and still be accepted. When you create that kind of space, her heart begins to unfold naturally. Her energy becomes softer, her tone warmer, her presence calmer. That's when real attraction deepens, not through chemistry alone, but through emotional resonance. But here's something many men misunderstand. When a woman gets emotional, they think she's being dramatic or needy. In truth, she's communicating in the only way her heart knows how. Emotion is her language. It's how she connects. It's how she shows that she's present. When she expresses her feelings around you, whether it's excitement, sadness, or even frustration, it means she's comfortable being real. It means she feels safe enough to stop pretending. That's not weakness, that's trust. When a woman is emotionally connected to you, she'll reveal her inner world little by little, not all at once, because she's still learning whether your energy is consistent, whether your presence can truly hold space for her heart. So when she shows vulnerability, honor that. Don't rush to fix her. Don't change the subject. Just be there. Your calm presence says more than any words could. You'll know she's beginning to trust you when she doesn't hide her emotions anymore. When she laughs freely, when she shares her insecurities, when she admits what scares her. That's her way of letting you in. It's the emotional equivalent of holding your hand. Because for a woman, opening up is one of the deepest forms of intimacy. The more she trusts you with her feelings, the more her desire transforms. It moves from surface-level attraction to emotional connection. She starts to crave your presence, not because of how you look or what you have, but because of how you make her feel safe, heard. So when a woman opens her heart to you, understand that you're being invited into sacred territory. Her vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It's a reflection of her courage. And when you can honor that courage, when you respond with empathy instead of ego, you'll witness a level of desire that's pure, deep, and completely unspoken. That's the kind of connection words can't define, but hearts can feel. Her energy always speaks first, long before a woman says a word, before she confesses what she feels, before she ever admits she's drawn to you. Her energy has already given her away. You just have to be still enough to notice, because women communicate desire in silence, in subtle shifts, in energy that moves differently when you're around. When a woman is drawn to you, you'll feel a change in the atmosphere between you. It's almost unspoken. The air becomes softer, lighter, more open. She might not say, "I like you," but her body language, her tone, her rhythm will. Her voice may lower when she speaks to you. Her laughter might become easier, more effortless. That's her energy leaning in. Desire, for women, is rarely expressed through direct pursuit. It's communicated through warmth, through attention, through presence. She'll become more attuned to your words, more curious about your thoughts. She'll ask small, personal questions not to interrogate but to connect, because when a woman feels something real, her energy naturally flows toward the source of it. This is why emotional awareness matters. You can't hear her energy if you're always speaking. You can't feel her cues if you're too focused on your own performance. Women don't always say what they feel because they don't have to. Their presence does the talking. When she's interested, she starts mirroring you subconsciously, your posture, your tempo, even your expressions. It's her energy syncing with yours, trying to find harmony without words. And sometimes it's not what she does, it's what she doesn't do. When a woman values your presence, her distractions disappear. Her phone stays down longer. Her focus stays on you. She slows her pace. That's how feminine energy moves when it feels drawn. It relaxes, it becomes fully present. Because attraction for her isn't in chasing, it's in allowing herself to be moved. What's beautiful about this is that it's never forced. It's intuitive. You'll notice her energy soften around you in ways even she may not realize. Her eyes will search yours more often. She'll stand a little closer without meaning to. She'll find reasons to engage with you. Even if it's something small like asking for help, sharing a laugh, or mentioning something random just to start a conversation. When she does this, she's not trying to manipulate or play games. She's simply following what feels right. Her energy is curious, magnetic, open. And that openness is the purest sign of feminine desire. Not lust, not strategy, but connection. So many men miss this because they're waiting for verbal confirmation. But feminine desire doesn't begin with words. It begins with emotional comfort. If she feels safe with you, if she feels respected and understood, her attraction will reveal itself through calm energy, not overt action. You'll feel it in the stillness, in the long glances, in the softness of her smile. That's the language of women who are connected to their emotions. They speak in energy. They communicate in presence. They reveal their desire through attention, warmth, and trust. So if you want to understand what she feels, don't just listen to what she says. Feel what she brings into the room. Pay attention to her energy when you walk in. Does she light up? Does her tone shift? Does her body lean in just slightly when you speak? Those are her unspoken yeses. The most powerful connections are rarely built through confessions. They begin in quiet moments when two energies align without needing validation. A woman's energy will tell you the truth long before her words ever do, because in her silence, in her presence, and in the way she naturally softens around you, that's where her desire lies. When a woman feels drawn to you, the very first thing she looks for isn't charm, looks, or money. It's comfort. Comfort is her first form of desire. Before she lets her guard down, before she lets her heart open, she needs to feel safe in your energy. Because for her, attraction isn't just about excitement. It's about emotional safety. It's about being able to breathe around you without fear of judgment, without the pressure to perform, without the fear of being misunderstood. When a woman feels comfortable around you, that's when she begins to show her true self. You'll notice her energy shift from guarded to relaxed. Her laughter will come easier, her eyes will linger a little longer, and her words will flow more naturally. That comfort is a signal. It means she's beginning to trust you. And trust, for a woman, is the foundation of desire. Men often think desire is born from attraction, but for women it's born from safety. She needs to know that your presence doesn't demand anything from her. She needs to sense that she can be herself, playful, emotional, vulnerable, and you'll still hold space for her. That's when her energy opens up. When she starts leaning into you emotionally and not just conversationally. It's not about how much you impress her. It's about how much you see her. How you listen, how you respond, how you create a space where she doesn't feel like she has to wear a mask. That's what real masculine energy does. It creates safety without words. When your presence says, "You're safe here," she doesn't just feel attracted, she feels drawn. She feels seen, and that connection is far stronger than any pickup line or physical gesture could ever be. You'll know she feels comfortable when she starts sharing parts of herself she doesn't show others. It could be something as small as talking about her day, her fears, or her childhood memories. It's her way of testing the waters, asking silently, "Can you hold this part of me too?" And when you listen without trying to fix her, without turning her feelings into problems to solve, she starts to relax even more. That relaxation is powerful. It's her saying, "I trust you with my softness." And that's when feminine energy begins to flow freely. She becomes warmer, more nurturing, more affectionate, not because she's trying to impress you, but because she feels emotionally safe. When a woman feels emotionally safe, her walls fall. And when her walls fall, her attraction deepens naturally. This is why emotional presence matters. When you're distracted, dismissive, or impatient, she feels it instantly. She withdraws. She closes up. But when you're fully there, when you listen, when you look her in the eyes, when you respond with calm and curiosity, she feels grounded in your presence. That's the kind of comfort that makes her want to stay. So understand this: comfort isn't boring to a woman. It's magnetic. It's rare. It's healing. It tells her that she can stop performing and start feeling, that she can rest her energy with you. And when she reaches that place, she doesn't just like you, she feels connected to you on a deeper level. When a woman feels comfortable, that's when she begins to desire you silently, not out of lust, but out of emotional resonance. Her heart starts to lean toward you without even realizing it. Her body language softens, her laughter becomes real, and her presence feels easy. So if you want to understand whether she's drawn to you, pay attention not to her words, but to how she behaves when she's at ease. If she seems lighter, calmer, more natural, that's her way of saying, "I feel safe with you." And that feeling of safety, that's where true desire begins. When a woman truly desires you, her connection starts long before anything physical happens. For her, attraction doesn't begin with touch. It begins with emotion. She needs to feel something deeper before she allows herself to move closer. That's because women are emotional beings first. They connect through energy, through feelings, through the invisible thread of safety and understanding that tells her, "This is someone I can open up to." You can tell a woman is emotionally invested when she starts showing up for you in quiet ways. She checks in, not because she's trying to control you, but because she genuinely cares. She remembers the small details you thought no one noticed. She notices when your mood shifts, when your tone changes, when you're not yourself. That awareness isn't coincidence. It's emotional attunement. It's her way of saying, I'm paying attention to you because you matter to me. When a woman is emotionally connected, she doesn't rush the process. She wants to understand your world, what drives you, what scares you, what makes you feel alive. Her interest becomes consistent. She starts to care about your peace, your ambitions, and even your rest. She wants to add value, not noise. And that's where her desire begins to take shape. It's not about possession, it's about partnership. She's drawn to the way she feels in your presence, not just the image of being with you. A woman who is emotionally invested will always show you through effort, not just words. She'll ask how your day went, and she'll actually listen. She'll support your dreams even when they don't involve her. She'll defend you when others speak against you. And she'll do these things quietly, not to impress, but because it's her natural way of nurturing what she values. When she's emotionally connected, she gives in layers. Time, attention, empathy, presence. That's how she builds the bridge toward deeper intimacy. But here's something most men miss before a woman opens up physically. She's already made a decision in her heart. She's decided whether you're safe, whether your energy can handle her softness, whether she can trust you with her vulnerability. If she senses emotional inconsistency, hot today, cold tomorrow, she'll retreat, because for her, emotional instability feels unsafe. But when your energy is steady, when you show her that you can hold space for her feelings without judgment or withdrawal, her walls begin to drop naturally. Desire for her is emotional rhythm. It's not about grand gestures, it's about emotional alignment. When she feels seen, when she feels heard, when she feels appreciated, her attraction grows. She'll start to make herself emotionally available, not just through conversation, but through her energy. You'll notice her being softer with you, more open, more giving. She might share more about her inner world, or she might simply choose to spend more time around you. Those are not random acts. They're her way of saying, you make me feel safe enough to be me. A woman falls in love with presence. When she senses your calm, grounded energy, it creates space for her to relax into her feminine side. And in that relaxation, desire blossoms. That's why emotional connection always comes before physical intimacy for her, because her body will only follow where her heart feels safe to go. So when you meet a woman who starts to invest emotionally, who listens, supports, checks in, and shows care, understand that it's her way of expressing interest. She's not just being kind, she's allowing her emotions to reach for you. That kind of connection is rare and real. And if you nurture it with the same emotional depth, what grows between you will be more than attraction. It will be trust, respect, and a bond that no physical moment alone could ever create.